Robin knew how to win. She was a woman that knew how to win. She knew how to get the cash.
Big shout out to Edgar Salazar in the chat room, owner of Good Times Billiards in Van Nuys. Yes, this is all a rerun for Robin Dodson, she says. Well, Robin, we wish you were here now, especially with this wonderful match that's about to get started. And with the help of Jay Helfert and myself, Daniel Busch, you're watching POV Pool. We're at the 3rd annual 5,000 added hard times 10 ball open here in Bellflower, California. And, you know, we're about to watch a pretty, I'm expecting basically an example of how 10 ball should be played, because this guy is actually, when I say this guy, Shane Van Boening has played. He's kind of like the master of 10 ball in the whole world of pool, isn't he?
Well, he's considered one of the top 10 ball players, no doubt about it. The thing that kind of sets him aside from the other great 10 ball players, Shane has the biggest break. For many good 10 ball players, they have a lot of trouble on the break. They have a lot of trouble making balls. Doesn't seem to be a problem for Shane. Shane makes balls on the break, and he can string racks. He played a match with Alex a few months ago. It was back in December, on a table that was the toughest diamond table I ever saw. Nobody could make balls on the break. Shane ran 6 racks one day and 7 racks the next.
That was at the Tar Studio.
That was the Tar Studio, yeah. It was just unbelievable.
That's right.
And these tables are not as tight as the Tar table. Meanwhile, this match is going to be fast-paced and exciting. Mitch Ellerman does not waste any time.
Well, that's what I was going to ask is, what is your opinion of this match right now?
Well, the betting line is Shane's a 1-game favorite, which is not a lot when you're going to 9. Mm-hmm. So Mitch has a lot of respect out west. He is one of the 2 best players in the state of Arizona, along with Scott Frost, so he's in pretty good company there.
He sure is. He sure is.
And Mitch has done well playing at hard times at Hollywood Billiards. Every time we see, listen, I'll tell you what he won. Last year, he won the Seminole Tour 9-ball tournament up in Mountain View. I
remember that. In fact, I was expecting him up there this year. It wasn't the Seminole this year, but it was the same time of year, and it was the same venue, and it was the same payout too, the 10,000 added. And I was expecting him up there. He said he had some other stuff going on, and I understand that.
Well, he's got a young family.
It's true. But he's here at the Hard Times 10 ball, and he's here to play it. So,
well, if he's here, he's a threat.
Yeah, that's true.
Mitch listen, Mitch is not intimidated by any player. Not Shane Van Boening, Dennis Arculio, Francisco Bustamante. This guy will get up there and play his game. Mm-hmm. And if you don't play your best game, he's going to beat you.
Let me ask you something. Who do you think has the best safety play of these 2 players?
Well,
I mean, now we're getting into a little bit deeper analytical. Putting them under the microscope.
These are. Everybody knows who Shane is. I don't have to say that. But Mitch Ellerman is a world-class pool player. Mm-hmm. Not a good player. He's a world-class player. Meaning, I've told him many times, Daniel, if you ever want to go to a tournament anywhere and you want a backer, you let me know. I'll send you, because I know that he's capable. Mm-hmm. But if you're asking who's the best player, who's going to bank the best, who's going to play the best safeties, I'm going to go with Shane on every count. Yeah. I mean, all the way down the board. Because now you're talking
he's
about.
Had to play some of the best. Like, race to 25 with Bustamante will teach him enough. That'll give him enough experience to see almost any situation.
Shane is probably, by all accounts, Shane is considered one of the top 10 players in the world. You can't put Mitch in that class. You could put Mitch in the top 50, maybe, and probably Mitch might be in the top 10 in the United States for 9-ball or 10-ball. Yeah. But Shane, there's a reason why Shane's a favorite in this match. In almost all aspects of the game, he has a small edge. Not to say Mitch can't play a good safety, Mitch can't shoot a good bank. What I like about Mitch Ellerman, he handles pressure well. Anytime, I don't care if a guy's a good player, but if I see a good player who gets intimidated by playing a great player, I know he's got no chance. Mitch Ellerman's not intimidated. And that fact alone gives him a chance.
Well, we're going to see, and I happen to know that Shane's first match against Justin, Shane just asked me, can we start? And I just told him yes. But Shane's first match was an easy one. He won 9-0 against a young lad named Justin.
I don't know who Mitch played. Mitch won like 9-2 or 9-3. I know that.
And so there's the lag, folks. And it looks like it's going to be Mitch's break.
We're racing to 9. This is winner's bracket.
Yes, it is.
The winners are in the final 16. The round of 16 on the winner's side. This may be a money match because if you're in the final 16 on the winner's side, Daniel, that means you're in the top 24 automatically. This is probably a money match, probably worth a couple $100 or something like that.
Yeah, I think if you get through the first 2 rounds in this, you're already in the money. They're going to break down this to the last 32 players, so we're going to see a lot of one-loss side matches after this. But this is a feature match. And we're happy to be bringing it to you on POV Pool. Let's get started. Mitch on the break.
We are at the legendary Hard Times Billiards, Bellflower, California. If you're in the area, this tournament goes on Saturday and Sunday. Look at this break. Hey, wait a second. That looked like Shane Van Boening break those balls.
There you go. Let's see if he can stay consistent.
He broke the balls wide open, made a ball on the break, has a shot on the 1. Can Mitch open with the run out? Oh, wait a second. He missed the 1 ball. That's the danger with slow rolling balls.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit more accurate. Almost overcut it a little bit.
Not a good start.
So that the momentum takes.
I don't know if Shane can get to this 1 ball. He may have to kick off the side. This may be really hard to hit.
You know what? You might be right. It's pretty deep in that pocket, too. So rail first.
Shane's looking at kicking off the side rail, and the 8 ball's in the way, so he's got to not only kick off the side rail, he's got to use some inside English and hold. He's got to change the angle of the cue ball. There's a good chance that he's going to end up giving up ball in hand to Mitch.
You know what I like? You see the 9 there by the 10?
Yeah.
I'm thinking you bring the 9, freeze it against the rail underneath the 10 somehow.
That's how you're thinking, but this is Shane Van Boening. He's thinking about how can I make this 1 ball.
Well, playing Shane, I'm going to duck.
Oh, yeah, well, that's, Playing Shane, if I play Shane, I hide under the pool table. He's trying to go deep and shorten the angle.
Is he breaking the laws of physics here? We'll see, folks. It goes.
He did break the laws of physics there, let me tell you.
And he's got shape. He's got a tough, thin cut on the 2. But he can get there.
If you people at home can rewind this shot later when it's on a DVD or something like that, when it's replayed, what he did is he changed the angle with the English he put on the cue ball just now. That was an excellent kick shot.
That had to be played perfect. There were only millimeters of allowance for that shot, and now he's looking at this.
Yeah, he's got a real sharp angle on the 2. What he's concerned about is overrunning position on the 3. The 8 ball, he's got to play a very precise path on the cue ball here. He's going to probably have to go all the way down and around the 3 ball to get position. Let's see. See, watch. He wants to come around the 3 ball.
He's kissing the 9, and he's kissing the 3. And the pool gods just smiled on him because he almost scratched.
Now he's got a long diagonal shot up in the far corner. There's not much else he can do. Let's see how straight he shoots. This is about a 10-foot shot on a 9-foot table right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he played safe. He hid behind the 6. I don't know if he got there or not. Did he? I'm not sure if he hit him. No, I don't think so.
He's not safe.
Yeah, he's not happy with it. He was trying to put the cue ball up behind the 6 ball.
Next round up, we have Boening and Mitch Ellerman on the team table. Table 1.
Frankly, Daniel, I'm a little surprised Shane didn't shoot at the 3 ball and try to shoot it up in the corner.
He did have a shot.
Yeah, he could
And he
have
had
shot.
he had automatic shape on the 4 up at the top right corner.
Well, the safety was a good shot if he executed it properly. Oh my God!
There goes Mitch.
Well, he cut the 3 at his side, but the cue ball went in too. Pretty sloppy first game.
Mitch goes into the water hazard.
Corey Harper, table 9. Raj Nadal and Corey Harper, table 9. Dennis McCool and Scott White, table 13. Dennis McCool and Scott White, table 13. And Ramin Bakhtiari and Renaud Berger. Sorry. Ramin Bakhtiari and Renaud B. Table 16.
Well, I think Shane's going to be okay here. It's going to be.
Players, if you've been called, please come to the front and pick up your score sheets. Thank you.
Well, this is not easy for some players. It's about a 7-foot shot, 6-foot shot.
Well, this is not one of those players. He can draw this ball 2 rails, end rail, side rail, back around for the 9, kind of like that.
Wow. Did you see that? He
Yeah.
slid that ball across the rail, and
He kind of killed it a little bit too much. I think he wanted to come down a little closer to the 9, but he should be okay. Shane's been having not only a good year, he's having an excellent year. He seems to be winning just about every tournament he's playing in. Not second, not third, first.
well, let's see. It's May of 2012. He's already just read the report on AZ Billiards. He's already made over $85,000
Yeah.
in payouts this year alone, and he's at number 1 on the leaderboard, on the AZ Billiards leaderboard. So you're
Got big-
absolutely right.
Yeah, we
Jay.
got big tournaments coming up next week in Las Vegas too. You got the U.S. Open 10 ball, the U.S. Open 1 pocket,
Right.
the Grand Masters 8 ball, and you know Shane's going to be playing in all divisions. He's been an excellent player for the last 5 years, but he seems to be peaking right now. He's in that
Shane.
state of mind, Daniel, where
Yeah.
he feels like he's supposed to win every tournament he plays.
Well, I don't blame the guy. He
Yeah.
is winning every.
Yeah, right. He won Derby City. He won. What did he win? He won the 9 ball. He won the 1 pocket. Finished second in the Banks. That was unbelievable with hundreds of players in each division.
Well, look, I have to tell you something about Shane that I find extremely impressive is that, he can grind away at a race to 100 with Alex Pagulayan on the Tar Studio. He can play races to 3, races to 25 with Francisco Bustamante. And, he didn't win that match. But the point I'm trying to make is he has that capacity, plus he has the tournament environment that he knows how to deal with too, and he's doing really well in that arena as well. Also,
You're exactly right. That's a unique talent among
to be
pool
that
players.
well-rounded.
Well, there's players that are tournament players, there's players that are money players, and there's only a handful of good players that can do both, and Shane is one of them.
And we have a full house here almost gathered around to watch the action here.
Uh-oh.
A miscue.
Boy, that is really a rare occurrence to see Shane Van Boening miss cue.
Is
How
it?
did he do that?
Is it?
Well, I'll tell you what, I can't remember the last time I saw him miss cue. That's just a lack of concentration. When you miss cue like that, he just got down on the ball wrong. He wasn't. Maybe he was.
I'm taking a look at his tip, and I'm seeing how low it is on his cue. Are you seeing that, Jay?
Oh yeah, that's he likes it that way.
Does he like it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know Shane a lot better than I do.
Meanwhile, you just saw Mitch kick that 2-ball right in the corner pocket.
Yeah.
And get shape on the 3.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, this is call pocket, so you know he called it.
Well, I don't know what he did for position there.
I hope you win it ice.
That's good. Thanks. He got way out of line there.
Yeah, he is. He's not going to let it bother him. He's going to play the bank, and
It's no good.
I
It's
think
no
he might
good.
get safe behind that 9.
Well, he was a little fortunate with that roll. You saw him pat the table there. That's kind of like an acknowledgement that I got a lucky roll. Shane's going to kick behind the 9. He'll hit the 4-ball. It's a pretty big ball from where he is. The problem is he's calling the corner pocket. It's going to be hard for him to play a safety here. Yeah, see, he came out okay. Actually better than okay, because that's an extremely difficult shot that he left Mitch, to shoot the 4-ball all the way down in the corner pocket.
Yeah, well, where's that 5-ball going anyway? I mean, Mitch has no choice here but to really make the 4 and try to set up a safety, unless he feels he can slow roll it.
There's a couple possibilities we haven't considered. I don't know if there's a billiard on the 10. Oh, he wants to bank the 4 across side and possibly break up the 5-10.
This is an extremely creative shot.
Yeah, he broke him up all right. He just didn't make the ball.
I like that shot. If he makes it.
Oh yeah, it would have definitely worked for him.
I think he should have took his time there, looked at it a little closer.
Shane is considering shooting the 4-8 combination, which is an off angle. It's a very difficult shot. That's what he's looking at. How can I shoot this shot? He's got to really cut the 4-ball thin to where he barely. That's it. He's looking at it the right way. You got to cut the 4-ball into the edge of the 8 to make this shot. This is a shot for experts only.
Do not try this at home.
That's right. That's right. He could opt to play safe here, but he doesn't want to. He looks like he wants to shoot.
Well, what safety is here, really?
Well, I mean, he could draw the cue ball back down there and hide behind the 10. He might think twice about this.
Yeah, I think he's trying to talk himself out of it. I'm looking at his face right now.
Oh no, he's going to come off the edge of the 4, put the 4 behind the 8, go down table with the cue ball. Watch this. Here he goes. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah, it came to him.
Yeah,
is what
right.
It is. It needed to sink in and come to him.
Yeah. He said, why don't I shoot an easy shot that could win the game?
And you know what, though? This is what I like about Shane that I'm noticing is he really kind of sits long enough to let the right shot come to him, and because he knows there's a better shot there.
He's offensively oriented. I mean, he wants to go for it if he can. If he feels like there's any way he can make the ball and get out, he's going to do it. But if it seems like it's a low percentage for him, probably in his mind, if it's less than 50-50, he don't want to shoot it.
Now, I don't know what Mitch just called. He made a hand gesture to Shane. But I don't think that's going to be very productive for Mitch.
He wanted to hit the 4 a lot more solidly than that.
I don't know what he called, but
he might have. Yeah.
Lets Shane back to the table with an easy shot on the 4.
Well, I'm not sure if Shane's going to run into the. He's trying to draw the cue ball away from the 8 ball here. He did it. He did it. This is going to work. He's going to go. Oh, wait. He wanted to go around the 9. Yeah, he's not too happy with that.
Yeah, he tapped the table on that with his chalk, and I don't know if the 5 goes past the 10. So
I think he's got to bank the 5 cross corner. Let's see.
Well, we know Scott Frost would, but would Shane?
Shane's looking at a combination. Now he's looking at the side pocket.
Is it a carom he's looking at?
No, he's looking at. Let's see. Is he back?
He hasn't called anything.
I haven't heard him. This might, if he's not calling anything, he's playing safe.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. That's another safety that failed.
I'm sure Mitch is happy to be back here.
You know, what's important right now for Mitch is he sees that this guy is not Superman. He's human. He'll make mistakes. And that's good for his confidence. That's good for Mitch's confidence. Let me tell you, this is a player, if he gets rolling, he can steamroll anybody. He's got a big game.
What's the most memorable event you have for Mitch Ellerman?
Probably when he won at Mountain View last year in a super strong field. It was 108 players. All the top players. Well, all the top players were there, and Mitch had to beat great players at the end.
You commentated that, did you not?
I did do some of the
Fast
matches.
Lenny,
I did
with Alvin and J.R. Calvert.
Yeah, with both of them. Yeah, actually, I worked with Alvin and J.R. And I think I did a couple matches with Lenny too. I'm not sure how that worked out. No, it was JR's stream. And Mitch played great when he won the Swanee tournament.
Absolutely.
He beat big fields, full of good players. My most vivid memory of Mitch is how comfortable he was playing good players.
Yeah, right. Despite the opponents he faced.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a fast and loose style that I like. I mean, he didn't waste any time.
Do you know what, though? That style and that demeanor will shake up an opponent, no matter who they are. When you don't look like you've been shaken.
The score is tied 1-1. We're at the beginning of the match. Second round, winner's side. The hard times 10 ball.
All right, we got Shane at the plate here.
It's a little hard to get position on the 3. You see that the 10 and the 8 are kind of blocking him from playing position. He might try to slide up around that 8 ball.
I don't know if, I think he's looking between.
I don't know what this, I have no idea what he's looking at there.
You know what?
Between the 8 and the 10.
I think he can sneak between those two. And
well, I'll tell you what,
he's at the perfect angle to do it.
Yeah, but that's the kind of shot that Efren shoots. You've got to have perfect cue ball control to thread the needle between the 8 and the 10. I like going up, sliding up the side rail past the 8. Let's see, maybe he's going to, he did it the opposite way.
He's drawing.
Well, he overdid it. No, I think he's all right. He didn't go too far. It looked like for a minute he was going to go too far.
Well, let's see. What's he going to do later here? He's got the 7 and the 9. Maybe the 7.
He might have a problem with the 4. He needed to do that. He needed to get around the 4 ball. That was very well done. But the problem he's got now is getting from the 4 to the 5. Things are not going Shane's way so far in this match.
He's kind of out of the frying pan and the fire here, but it only takes one shot to get back in line. Let's see if he can accomplish that task.
He's got to get up table, Daniel. He's got to really pump this ball.
You think he might call the combo here?
I don't think so. It's not a good shot. Shane's given this one a lot of thought. With the cue ball on the rail like that, to really put a big force foul on the ball makes the shot that much harder. Shane does not like it. He does not like the position he's in here. That's the problem. When you hit the ball that hard and try to force the cue ball up table, there's a danger of missing the shot. You're shooting at a very small pocket.
Yeah.
Shane's taking a long look at his tip. It's like he's not happy with his tip. I mean, you know.
Well, I noticed it too, but you had said to me he likes it like that.
He does. He'll play with the tip till it's worn down almost flat.
Well, you can really feel what's going on through the ferrule, the contact,
Mitch Ellerman.
when you're that low.
Mitch Ellerman is getting loose, man. He's getting loose. Don't let this guy start to fly. Mitch he's a freewheeler, man. He'll let that cue ball go. But he's deadly accurate. If he can see a ball, he can make it. He's probably as straight a shooter as any pool player on the planet. That's the 7 ball hidden behind the 9.
Hidden but not lost. So this looks like it might be a 2-1 lead by Mitch, but dare I say it.
Notice when he's rolling, he needs 1 practice stroke and he shoots. Doesn't take him long.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Yeah, see this? See, normally for most players, this is a tough shot. You watch this. I'm going to bet this swishes right down the rail.
$1?
Yeah, that's $1. We'll keep going for a while.
Thanks, Jay.
Huh? You keep betting against this guy on an open shot. You know,
yeah.
I'm going to bust you. I'm going to own your computer. This guy.
Well, it's not worth that much, so. All right, we got a score of 2-1 here. Mitch against Shane. And what a match we got so far. I mean, these guys are, holding up against each other, it looks like. And Shane's making a few mistakes, you know. He's miscued, unfortunately.
He miscued.
Not good for any player.
Yeah, he hit another ball bad. He seems to be unhappy with that tip. I wonder if we'll see him change shafts. I don't know.
He hasn't done it yet. He's still sitting there, and Mitch is getting poised to break. This is a race to 9, but folks, both sides in this double elimination tournament. Very exciting.
Well, we're only in the second round of the winner's bracket now. You know how double elimination goes, Dan. You know, if you lose in the second round, you're going to have a lot of problems coming back. It's just too many matches to win. So the loser here will be at a tremendous disadvantage in this tournament.
I have to totally agree with you. That is when you really don't want to lose, is in the second round.
Not in the first or second round.
You have to go through so many more matches just to get to where you would have been.
If you get out to the third round where there's only 24 players left, you know, you got a chance to lose and come back. But at this point, 32 players on the winner's side, you're in the top 48. You'd have to win you're talking about maybe 8 matches to get to the finals if you lose now. It's just brutal. Well, Shane's got ball in hand. It's going to be tricky, these first 3 balls. The 1, 2, 3 are going to be tricky, but if he gets past the 3 and gets on the 4, it's smooth sailing.
You want to know an observation so far? This is the 4th match we're streaming today, and I haven't noticed one player take a look at the spread and think about a 3-foul rule scenario, because the 3-foul rule is in effect here, and this might be one of those chances for.
I don't know what Shane's.
Opportunities.
Why would he put the cue ball so close to the object ball? That's strange what he just did there.
And bridging.
You know what? I don't really understand what he's doing with ball in hand. He doesn't have to. I mean,
maybe he knows that because of the distance of the balls, he can just punch it.
Yeah, but he seems unsure. You got to play the 1, draw back for the 2 like that.
I think with the distance that he placed those balls between, using a bridge is a lot easier.
No, that's fine.
And he feels confident doing that. But now look, he's bridging again.
Yeah, he wants to slide the cue ball over to the same rail as the 3. I don't know how his angle is. Shane's got that bridge up in the air. He probably wants to stop the cue ball right there. Let's see. Oh, he drew above it. You know what? He got a nice kiss off the 5.
That was nice. He slid nicely. He's not frozen on that rail, I don't think.
Let me tell you something. That was a difficult shot to shoot with the bridge and draw the cue ball. Although he wanted to get the cue ball up above the 3. Now he's got a little bit more distance than he would like, but I don't think he expected to draw it that far. I mean, he really brought that ball back up table. Problem he's got is the 4 ball does not go in the upper right corner past the 9. And if you try to shoot this 3 ball hard and draw the cue ball back up above the 4, you can miss it. I don't care who you are. He's got to get the cue ball off the rail here. Boy, he put a nice stroke on that ball. That was a beautiful, smooth stroke. To draw that ball from that distance that accurately, that was probably his best shot of this match so far. Well, Shane's going to go 2 rails for position on the 6. The only ball he has to be careful of is that 9 ball. He does not want the cue ball to run into the 9. He's got to come above the 9 and below the 9 to get shape on the 6.
Oh,
he missed it.
Yeah.
He was so. He was
that
so.
Was his tip. I heard it again.
Yeah. He was. Let's see if he looks at his tip. I don't know. He hasn't. He was so focused on his position, how to get position, that he just. You know, you got to take dead aim on these pockets, Daniel. That ball wasn't even close. Now Mitch has got a lot of distance here, but let me tell you, this guy is accurate. Oh well.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I bragged about him. I bragged about him, but it. Well, Mitch, you made a liar out of me.
He's mumbling. He's mumbling at himself right there. He had a golden opportunity right there. He's already ahead 1 game.
Well, he really fired at that ball. You know, he hit it like he fully expected to make it. And you saw the ball. It came out of the pocket as fast as it went in. I mean, that was not a typical Mitch Ellerman shot. He just hit that ball bad. You do not want to do anything to give this man right here any added confidence. And that's exactly what Mitch has done by hitting that 5 ball so bad.
Yeah, well, Shane's going to try to capitalize on his mistake here, and you know, really what it comes down to though is the break. You know, if you can't if you end up at another safety battle on the break, then all of this right now is going to be forgotten. So he's just got to keep the momentum going and catch a gear, so to speak, as we say in pool. You know. So you're watching a race to 9 between Mitch Ellerman and Shane Van Boening. And the score is currently 2-2. So it's anybody's game right now. Nobody has jumped far ahead.
Still early in the match.
Very early.
Shane hasn't really looked comfortable yet. Neither has Mitch. I mean, it's almost like it's like the beginning of a fight where they're feeling each other out.
Sort of, yeah. Like a couple of dogs in the dog park.
There you go.
9 ball goes down. Now that's the break. That's the patented Shane Van Boening break with his Q-Tech break cue right there.
That was interesting. You know, he took a little off that break. He did not hit that 100%. He just popped the cue ball. It bounced back to the middle of the table and stopped. Look at this spread, Daniel. There's 9 balls on the table. They're all spread out. He's got a nice shot at the 1. Let me tell you, if Shane Van Boening breaks like this every time, nobody in the world can beat him.
No, that's something I don't know about Shane. Do you think that he might feel like he's figured out the break on this table?
He's figured out the break in 10 ball. All the top players say nobody breaks like Shane. It doesn't mean he necessarily hits the ball the hardest, but he does hit the balls hard, no question about it. But you saw that. He did not hit the balls as hard as it's possible for he to go through the cue ball. But, I mean, look at that break. That's what you want. All the balls spread out, a shot at the 1. He makes 10 ball look like 9 ball. And there's not many pool players that can do that. He's a little frustrated here. He wanted more angle on the 3 ball. He stopped a little short. He did not want to be straight in on this 3. He's probably going to have to draw up here out above the... You know, his tip doesn't sound good. I heard the sound on that one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that tip is really, really low. I'm taking a look at it. I mean, he's sitting right here, right next to us, so...
He's amazing. He won't change a tip until it's all the way down to the ferrule. Now he's got a little test. He did not want to go this far with the cue ball. He wanted to be about 2 feet closer to the 8. Well, he hit that ball good. He hit that ball. Hit that ball just like Shane Van Boening.
That's right. He's basically corrected himself. He's got back in line. And I'm worried about his tip. Is it going to last 3 days? He's probably going to change his shaft, you know.
I don't know, but Mitch has definitely had some opportunities here to put a lot of heat on Shane. This is the kind of guy, if you get a chance to knock him off, you got to do it, because otherwise he's going to win this tournament. Play a little funny position there. I don't know what was going on with that shot. I know he didn't want to stay below the 7. He wanted to come up above the 7 ball. Another shot he hit funny. He didn't want to knock the 8 ball in, but the good news is he left himself straight on the 10. Shane really isn't at his best yet. He looked a little frustrated the way he threw his cue on the table just now. He's not happy with his play. He is leading 3-2, but Shane knows that he's playing an opponent here who's a threat to beat him, and he's got to really have his A game. And I don't think he has it yet. We saw him get out of line in that rack and also play a little funny position. You know who's here? Marcus Hofstetter from Austria, one of the most prominent billiard photographers in the world. We're fortunate to have him here at Hard Times.
Wave, and I have yet to meet Marcus, so thank you.
If you ever want to get some really good pool photos, check out Marcus's stuff. What's your website, Marcus?
Actually,
we need to know.
Let's put that link.
We got a link for that?
Let's put a link. Let's put a link in the chat room to check out Marcus Hofstetter's photos.
Marcus, how do we find your photos? Oh, there it is. I should know that one.
Polaroids.
Polaroids.com.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. I'm going to put the link in the chat room. And I am not going to forget it.
You want to see some of the greatest pool photos that have been taken the last 5 years. Check these out.
I'll be right back, Jay.
Okay. Shane's got a lot of distance on this opening shot. I mean, it's another good break. He's got the 1 where he wants it. He didn't want the cue ball all the way down table like that. If he makes this opening shot, though, he might be good. And he did. Looks like he's going to be able to shoot the 2 in the side. I think we're at the point in the match where Shane is just starting to get a little bit loose. Looks like he's shooting the 2 all the way down in the end. Yeah, just like that. Once you let Shane get in that groove, it's too late. Shane's shaking his head. You know, he's not really controlling the cue ball as well as he'd like. He wanted to be a little bit lower on this 6 ball. I mean, he's making it look easy, but he's working overtime this rack. He may have to go forward here. He may have to go 2 rails out of the corner. That's what he did. Nicely done. He seems to be struggling with his draw stroke a little bit. He's following the ball okay, but when he draws it, you can hear how thin that tip is. Almost an identical 10-ball shot to the one he had last game. If he makes this 10-ball, which he should, he'll open up a 2-game lead. He made it. Score's now 4-2. We're racing to 9. It's winner's bracket. This is the last round of the winner's bracket, the first day. If you get through 2 rounds on the winner's side, you do not play again till tomorrow at noon. That's when we kick off tomorrow. The final 32 players will start tomorrow at noon. The final 8 will start at noon on Sunday. I'm guessing first prize will be right around $3,000. The 1 ball went down. No, excuse me, the 1 ball still. He made 1 ball is what I wanted to say. He made a ball on the break. Once again, he has a good shot on the 1. The 2 is in the corner. The only ball that's a little difficult to play position on here is the 3 ball. It was the 8 ball that went down. This is the style of play that's made Shane Van Boening such a formidable 10-ball player. Make a ball on the break, have a shot at the 1, and run the rack. I don't know if there's anybody in this tournament that's capable of running more racks than Shane. He's taking a long time here. His concern is to draw back. He doesn't want to, I don't think he wants to hit that 5 ball. He wants to find a way to avoid it. He knows this is a key shot for him to get good position from the 1 to the 2. You see, most players, when they see that 2-ball buried in the corner pocket, they're just going to go ahead and shoot and not worry about it too much. But Shane realizes that the position from the 2 to 3 is critical, so he wants to get in a perfect spot here on the 2-ball. Let's see where he puts the cue ball. Well, I just got done telling you he didn't want to hit the 5, and he hit the 5 smack in the face. I really believe he was trying to draw the cue ball above the 5. But the good news is he's close to the 2-ball. You see how he hit that shot? I hope everybody was watching. He went rail first. That was really tight position that he just played. He needed to be close to the 3 and fairly straight on the corner pocket. If he had an angle here, he would have been in trouble. Excellent position shot. Well, he put a big stroke on that 3-ball, draw back off the end rail for the 4. He's going to have to use his kind of a similar shot. He may just shoot a stop shot on this 4. I want to go back to that 2-ball a second just to point out to a lot of you viewers out here, more often than not, the easiest way to play position when a ball is buried in the pocket like that is to go rail first. That's all he did, a little stop shot.
You called it, Jay.
This ain't my first rodeo, Daniel. Now he can either just draw back. It looks to me like he's going to draw all the way back and shoot the 6 in the side. Pop the cue ball off the side rail. Yeah, kind of like that. He's going to go 3 rails here for position on the 7 around the table because he's got that angle. He looks like he's drawing the ball. He looks like, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh, that was an exhibition right there.
Yeah. There's not too many players that'll shoot that shot that way. A lot of players will go forward and go 3 rails. You know, Shane, it's like, he likes to let his stroke out once in a while, and that's what he did right there. Shane's a good solid 6 feet tall, so he can reach down here, shoot this 9-ball. He'll draw straight up the table.
Yeah, he is right-handed.
You notice he shoots the 10-ball in the same corner pocket every time. That'll work. That will work. I think this is 3 racks in a row for Shane Van Boening. He's rolling now. The Shane train is on a roll.
That's right. It's going to be 4-2 now. Is that correct?
No, that's 5.
Wow. What have I missed?
You missed a couple racks.
Boy, Jay, I go to the bathroom and it's all over almost.
Well, he's on a 3-rack run right now.
Shout out to a couple of people in the chat room. Big Dennis, Roma Buen, Post First, PBER, Rock and Roll 60. How y'all doing? Pro Pool Player, Barney Callip, Lee Brett, Pool Coach. Thanks for coming in.
You are looking at arguably the premier 10-ball player on the planet today, although we got some guys that'll contest that right here. Francisco Bustamante, Dennis Orculio. This ain't no cakewalk for anybody in this tournament. I'm kind of surprised Alex Pagalayan's not here. He's the defending champion, but again, you know, he could have other priorities. Shane made the 9-ball. There goes the 3-ball. Does he? Look at this.
He's got a perfect shot on the 1.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to roll up there too close to the 1, but he's okay. He'll use the bridge. You see the 2 ball in front of the side pocket. Shane is rolling.
Well, he's a little funny here. I don't know if he has to play this slow with an inside follow, you know, just to come in front of the 5 ball, or if he wants to play around
the 4.
Around the 4.
It's a little tricky when you're using the bridge, and I think he's got to use the bridge here. Yep. It's hard for us to see the angle, but he's got to avoid the 5 ball and he's got to avoid the 4 ball.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's going around the 4 ball. Let's see. Yeah, just like that. And he did it perfectly. He did it perfectly. You know, Shane playing 10 ball kind of reminds me of the way that Earl Strickland was so dominant at 9 ball in the 80s and 90s. He strung racks together.
Mm-hmm.
Earl used to run 5, 6, 7 racks every single match he played. Now there's nobody really stringing racks in 10 ball today except this guy right here. If you can string 3 and 4 racks in 10 ball, you're going to win most of your matches.
I got to see Oscar Dominguez play Bustamante last week at California Billiard Club, and I think Bustamante strung together a 3-pack on 10 ball.
Yeah. Well, we know Francisco beat Shane in a tar match.
Raced to 25.
Yeah, back in January.
3-day event, raced to 25.
Yeah, they played 3 sets, raced to 25. First one to 75-1, and Francisco did win by about 5 or 6 games. Shane wants a rematch. That's what I heard.
I don't blame him.
This will be 4 racks. It ain't easy to stop the Shane train. There's no defense for this, folks.
Mitch actually looking at Jay with a half, at Shane with a half smile.
Yeah. It's 6-2.
Watching him shoot, you're right, there's nothing he can do from here. Sitting in a chair.
Shane's putting on a demonstration. He's putting on an exhibition right now.
Yeah, he's breaking the laws of all pool players, the words of pool players who say, "Watch this." Right?
Yeah,
Two words the pool players should never say. Watch this.
You know, the first 3 or 4 games, it was like they were kind of loosening up and getting comfortable. Boy. But once Shane starts rolling, right now we are watching the best pool we've seen today. 4 racks, going for 5.
Meanwhile, John Mora is playing Patrick Kim on the next table down. We got Kenichi Uchigaki playing Ramon Mystica on the table next to us. Raj Handal in a match with Corey Harper.
I see Mike Davis down there. Well, Shane messed up a little on his break here. He doesn't have the same easy shot on the 1 ball. He'll probably bank this one. The question is, what can he do with the 2? If the 2 is against the side rail there's no pocket. Now, he's looking to see if there's any way to make that 2 in the side. The problem with his bank shot is you can't get on the 2 ball unless you find a way to go all the way around the table. This looks like a situation normally that would call for a safety, but I'm not Shane. He might come up with something here. You know, he's rolling. He wants to shoot. You can feel it. He wants to shoot.
He's looking at where the cue ball is going to go after he hits the 1.
I think there's too much traffic down table with the 8, 10, the 3, the 5. I don't see how he can wind his way around all those balls and get back on the 2. Show me something, Shane.
He hits it slow and safety built in.
I think that was a safe all the way. I think that was a safe all the way. He wanted to put the cue ball behind those balls and put the one up close to the pocket. Mitch finally comes to the table. He's just had about a 20-minute break that he didn't want. And no open shot at the one.
No,
this is no
really.
fun. This is no fun when you wait 20 minutes and get to kick at the ball. He's calling it. The only way he can make this ball is to hit the top side of it.
Yeah.
Well, he made a good hit. The interesting thing is,
Well, look,
it's almost the same shot again.
Deja vu.
Yeah,
Jay.
it's deja vu all over again. And you know what? Shane may well do something very similar. He might try to put the cue ball all the way down behind the three. That would be dirty, wouldn't it?
Well, now he's had practice.
Yeah, well,
He's going to use the 5 this time, but he's not hooking him.
he didn't hook him, but Mitch has got really no shot other than to try to play some kind of safety. Now the balls are kind of tied up. As you can see, the 2 is in a bad position by the side pocket. The 3 is hidden by the 5. This is the rack that's going to require safety play. I'm not sure why Mitch wants to kick at this ball when he can see it. Now this is brand new cloth. This ball's going to roll long. He's got to be taken into account. See what I mean? It went long.
I was even looking at it. He wasn't hitting at the right angle in the first place.
This new cloth is very slick, and the ball's going to run long, and that's what happened there. He gave up ball in hand to Shane, but I think Mitch realizes that even with ball in hand, this is an extremely difficult run out. Shane's examining the points of that side pocket to see if there's any way he can maneuver that 2 ball into the pocket. Even if he does, the 3 ball's a problem. You know, you talked about it earlier. Anybody try to 3 foul someone? This is an opportunity for Shane to go for the 3 fouls. He might start to think about it. Let's see. Well, it looks like he wants to shoot this too. I'm not sure where he can get on the 3 ball. Now, if he can get down table on the 3, he can hide the cue ball behind the 5. Hard to say what Shane's got up his sleeve here. I don't know about that. Did he call that ball? No, of course not. Shane was trying to force that 2 ball on the side.
Yeah, he was trying to make a lot happen there.
Yeah, well, a lot happened, but it was mostly wrong. Let's see how, Mitch has got to be a little cold now, Daniel. I mean, basically, he sat in his chair for the last 25 minutes.
Yeah.
He came to the table once to kick at a ball in this rack.
And missed that one.
Yeah. Well, he hit it, but
Well,
Mitch is the kind of pool player that he doesn't get flustered, though. You know you're going to get your best effort out of him every time he comes to the table.
Table 11, Eddie Cohen and Annul. Table 11, Eddie
Well,
Cohen and
his
Annul.
best effort was not good enough this rack. He missed an easy shot on the 6 ball. That may be his last gasp in this match. You just can't do things like that with Shane. See, that 6 is buried. It's a little hard to play position. Shane's trying to draw off the ball up above the 7. Very well done. Couldn't have hit it much better than that. You know what they say in pool? Shane's got his man now. He knows Mitch is weak. This is what Shane's been doing pool players all year. He kind of paralyzes them a little bit.
well, that's what he's done here.
It's no fun when your arm locks up. And there's only one guy here that's loose right now, and that's Shane Van Boening. He's about ready to take a 7-2 lead. We're going to 9. He's kind of in the stretch drive now.
Wow.
You know, if you take a look at the brackets, are they online now? Can we see them now somewhere? Just to point out,
the brackets are going to be online with AZ Billiards, and I am posting regular video brackets whenever I'm able to get to the board.
The draw came out very interesting, Daniel. All the top players are pretty well separated. So, like the next round, the round of 16, you're going to see a lot of good players playing each other. I really implore all you pool fans, we're going to start tomorrow with winners bracket at noon, and probably noon, 4, 8, something like that will be winners brackets. You are going to see good matches tomorrow on the winner's side. The cream will rise to the top. Ball's going down. Ball's going down. And a shot at the 1. It's the patented Shane Van Boening break. Right, Curtis? My buddy Curtis from Vegas sitting over here. Got his hand on his chin. Watching in awe like the rest of us. He made 3 balls on the break. Everything's out in the open. I'm telling you, this is the only guy that makes 10 ball look like 9 ball.
On a bar box.
Yeah, on a bar box. Well, you know what I used to say about Earl when he played his greatest 9 ball? I'd say Earl makes a 9-foot table look like a bar table, the way he played. And Shane, what I say about Shane is he takes the game of 10 ball and makes it look like 9 ball used to look. Break, run out, break, run out, break, run out. Not too many people are doing that. Three more balls and Shane will be on the hill.
You know, it's the Shane Show right now.
Yeah, the Shane Show. You called it.
That's just what it is.
Hey, listen, it's been the Shane Show all year. You notice?
I'm hearing that tip too.
Yeah, a little bit, but he's
not bothered.
But he's going through the ball better. He didn't go through the ball so good the first 2 or 3 games. He miscued once, hit a couple balls bad, but now you can tell he's making a good solid hit. You know what I think it was? He just got done playing on the snooker table. He played a long game on the snooker table, and I think it kind of messed him up a little bit.
Was he playing golf over there?
He was playing golf with Hawaiian Jimmy.
Oh, he is funny. Who won that match?
Jimmy did. Shane's got no chance playing Jimmy that game. This, as great a pool player as Shane is, on a snooker player playing golf, there's some great players out here that are more than a match for anybody.
I'm sure Jimmy will appreciate your knock on his action right now, because
hey, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Jimmy went after Shane. He went after him. He said, "Come on, I'll play you some golf." And Shane is not one to turn down any challenge. Well, a little while ago, this score was 2-2. And now 30 minutes later, it's 8-2.
Yeah.
And Shane has run all but 1 rack.
And
there goes the 9.
There's the 9 again. Side pocket. 3 ball going down. Oh, the 3 ball stays up.
Did the 1 go down?
Yes, it did. In the
so now
bottom
Shane
left corner.
But look at this. Shane's got an opening shot of the 2-4 combination. Let me tell you something. He's got the right angle on it. If he makes this combination, that could be it. You know, when Shane's playing like this, you do not expect to see him make any errors. He just hits every ball good. Perfect control there of the 2-ball. He wants to draw back up, probably somewhere around the middle of the table would be perfect. There's a big window between the 5 and the 8 ball where he wants the cue ball to end up anywhere in that window. And that's where he is. Well, he can, looks like he can roll forward off the end rail, shoot the 5 in the side. The position on the 6 is a little tricky, so he needs to get the right angle on this 5 ball. He'll probably end up shooting the 6 ball up in this corner close to us. No, looks like with the angle he's got, he'll end up shooting the 6 ball in the same corner pocket the 3 just went in.
So you think he's going to roll up top, huh?
Yeah, he's going to go up to the end rail and come back down for the 6. He wants a little angle on the 6 to get over for the 7.
Yeah, you called it. And he's got a lot of angle here.
He came out okay. He's fine.
He might just slide off of the 8 and use that.
He could.
To bring the cue ball over.
He could
for a nice shot on the 7.
He could. All he wanted to make sure he was on this side of the 6 ball.
Well, he's on the hill right now, and this is all he needs to do is make these next 4 balls. 3 down.
He's actually better
down,
than on the hill.
down.
He's going down the other side. And once again, look where the 10 ball is. The 10 ball's in the same spot in the middle of the rack.
Yeah.
He shot the 10 ball in that same corner pocket like 7 out of 9 games.
Well, I don't know if Shane's caught a gear here.
He caught a big gear.
Yeah, he did.
Caught a high gear. Very quick match, less than an hour.
Well, there it is. An excellent exhibition here by Shane, but not just an exhibition, also in competition with Mitch Ellerman. Knocks him out, or knocks him down to the 1-loss side. That's 9 games to 2. If I'm not mistaken.
Will, Daniel, yes, that's correct. We will see Shane play tomorrow at noon. Whether he'll be on this, we'll have to see. You know what? I think if he wins, he's won. If Bustamante wins, he will play Bustamante tomorrow at noon. We should get that match. We should get that match.
I absolutely agree, and we're going to have another match shortly. I know it's probably going to be from the 1-loss side. I need to get a feed from our tournament director and player relations manager, Dave Hema and Marie Lim. So please stay tuned. If you're enjoying this event and if you enjoyed this match, stay tuned. We're going to have more matches coming for the next 3 days here at the 3rd annual $5,000 added Hard Times 10-ball tournament, the 10-ball open tournament here at Hard Times Bellflower. I'm sitting here with Jay Helfert. This is Daniel Busch. Jay, I want to thank you again.
Thank you, Daniel.
Also,
enjoyed it always.
Another wonderful match, and I guess if Jay wants to sit for a second, or you're free to go. We're going to have dead air for a little while. It's up to you.
Well, I'm gonna take a little. In the Philippines, they call it the CR. I'm gonna take a CR break now. So if you want to know what that is, if any of you ever go to the Philippines and somebody says I'm gonna go to the CR, CR stands for comfort room. So I'm gonna take a CR break.
Okay, and in the meantime, be sure to visit jhelfert.com.
Oh, thank you.
Pool Wars. And Jay's working on a 2nd book, aren't you, Jay?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon. More Pool Wars is coming soon.
Definitely go to jhelfert.com. You can check out. He's got some collectible posters for sale.
All kinds of good stuff.
Yep, classic matches.
Oh yeah, I got some great matches.
DVD.
I've got matches on DVD that are pre-Accustats.
And
you want to see Buddy Hall, Mike Siegel in their prime. All right, we're going to take off now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Great. We're going to have, that was Jay Helfert, and thanks again, Jay. We're going to have Juan Hernandez play Max Eberly next on the stream. Mad Max Everly, who also played at the West Coast Challenge event up in Mountain View, California. And he's going to be playing Juan Hernandez. This is from the one-loss side.
It's the last winner's match.
Oh, it's the last winner's match. And who has Juan gone through?
I can't tell you off the top.
Okay, no problem. I'll try to find that out a little later. The match is going to start in about 5 minutes. Max, 5 minutes. So stay tuned, guys, and thanks for watching POV Pool.